My story is called An Important Lesson. This is a story about a girl's adventure along with her friends that teaches an important lesson about Well, let's find out, shall we? Early in the morning, Sophie the cotton ball woke happily, knowing that it was the day of an important meeting in Barn 32. Good morning, Sophie squealed happily. Her mom asked, "Why are you so excited?" "Didn't you know, Mommy? I'm going on a field trip. The leader of Barn 32 told us," she said in a sassy voice. "Okay, if you say so," her mom replied. Sophie had almost blown her cover. Little did her mom know that Sophie was involved in a horrible situation. The truth was, Sophie was going on a sort of field trip, but not to your typical zoo or art museum. Nope, Sophie was going over to the rivals in Imperial Valley to settle her family's fate through a contest. You see, once cotton is picked from the plant, it gets shipped out to a cotton factory where it will no longer be soft, fluffy clouds of cotton. Instead, the cotton would go through many stages and be turned into thread. None of the cotton around Barn 32 wanted that. A little while later, Sophie and her mom walked to the huge cotton barn where the leader lived. The whole cotton family was finally going to talk about a contest that was held every year. Alright, as you know, in a week or so, the 3 brave cotton balls are being sent out to represent Barn 32. The cotton going are Sophie, Aiden, and Maya. Hopefully they can answer the questions right so Barn 32 can be saved from processing, the leader bellowed. During the 2 weeks, each studied like a high school student would for their SATs. Finally, it was the week of the contest. Sophie, Aiden, and Maya had just barely managed to hop on a truck that was going to Imperial Valley. "Aren't you excited?" squealed Maya. She was super excited to show off what she had learned in the past 2 weeks. Aiden and Sophie looked at each other and replied in unison, "Nope." Sophie and Aiden were not excited because they knew that the fate of their family was in their hands. Finally, they arrived at Imperial Valley. The whole test was about the history of cotton. "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the annual Do or Suffer competition," the announcer roared. The whole crowd eventually calmed down, but the same excitement still buzzed everywhere. Most of the crowd still had no idea who would be representing Barn 32. Today we have Sophie, Maya, and Aiden representing Barn 32. "Are you ready?" he called, letting the suspense getting higher and higher. He finally started with the first question. "Okay, one contestant from each barn, please come forward," he chimed. After a couple awkward moments of silence, the sound of shuffling feet could be heard as the contestants made their way to the stage. Maya was up first for Barn 32. "Okie doke. Our first question is, when is the oldest cotton fiber and wool fragments found?" Maya stared. "That's the easiest question. The answer is in the year 5000 BC in Mexico." "Correct," the announcer called. Next, Aiden went up. "Alrighty, your question is, cotton has been worn in India and Egypt for over how many years?" "For over 5000 years," Aiden replied. "Correct." "Okay, for our last group of contestants," he hollered. "Your question is, as early as 1500 BC, cotton was worn by who?" "The Native Americans," Sophie responded. "Correct." "I can't believe that Barn 32 answered first for all the questions," he prattled. "Is it over? Did we win?" Miles chuckled nervously. "Nope. Bonus question. When were cotton seeds first known and recorded?" Sophie was drenched in sweat. She was nervous. This was the hardest question to remember. "My mom told me that her ancestors were a cotton seed that was found in 5 BC, right?" "I can't believe it, but yes, correct," the announcer proclaimed. "Hooray, we got it right!" The 3 immediately cheered and celebrated. They'd done it. They had won. To be honest, Sophie had doubted in herself so much before the contest that she didn't think she could win, or even could win. But there they were, celebrating. They would stay happy forever. She learned that when you believe in yourself, you can achieve anything.
Was really because I wanted them to realize the process of agriculture. We have dairies and almond orchards and vineyards surrounding us, and so it's easy for me to say, when you're driving, do you guys see these vineyards? And they all know that they see them. And I talk about the process of how food gets grown and it makes it to our homes.
I think it is important or good for kids to learn about agriculture, because then when they know more about agriculture, they know where our food comes from, they know how things are produced, and they know like the cycle that things go through, that it's not easy to make the things that they wear and do every day.
So as a teacher, it was very exciting for her to be able to win. Also, Natalie's a really fantastic writer, and of all the kids in my class, I feel like she's one of the most deserving because she naturally has a gift for writing.
I think it's a really good way for students to write stories because they know that even if they don't win, they still have, like, they know, oh man, I might win. But when they do win, they know if they do win that they have the chance of winning and getting prizes. But even if they don't win in the end, I still think it's a really good way to get them to write stories.